Alright, so today I'm back, and today by request we will be taking a second look at the Apex and Gemini, or Geminis, whatever. I can't remember which one's which, and it doesn't really matter because you can buy them pretty much as a set. And it's Topspin and Twintwist, the old Autobot jump starters. So here they are in their vehicle modes. As you can see, he's kind of like a Cybertronian-esque jet type thing, mobopper. I have no idea what it is, but it's cool. And then he's a little dual spin driller tank thing. So both of them pretty cool. I really like these alt modes. I'm usually not a fan of the Cybertronian modes, but these guys like just turn into these little blocks of awesomeness. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, and just as a quick update, nobody entered my last contest to win these guys. So I guess that contest is done. I don't know. It was those guys plus the Fans Project Protector Kit. But in case you guys haven't noticed, I have already got a new intro video that I made, and I will be making a better one soon. So just a quick update there. But yeah, these things are really awesome. I really like these guys. It's I believe it was $70 for the pair, which is an incredible price for third-party products. I really like it. Highly recommend them. But enough about that. Let's get into first off, size comparison. Here is the Seeker mold. You can see how they stack up there. He's definitely more spread out than these guys. These guys are much more, like I said, just kind of a block of awesome. And he's more spread out. So, yeah. Nothing really else to show off in this mode. They don't have any kind of wheels or anything like that, so they don't roll. But, I mean, who cares, really? But to transform him, this one I have the hammer stored on the top, and you just pull this off, and then you can pull the guns out. And then for this one, do the same thing, pull the guns out. But I have the hammer stored down here, so it kind of looks more like a thruster. And you just pop that out and take the handles off, and you can just, and then they got little portholes here, and it just plugs in. I mean, it's pretty simple. And then same thing over here. And if you wanted to, because it's not a closed porthole on this side, you could, if you really wanted to, you know, make a really long hammer. But that's something that's up to you. The guns are pretty cool. We'll take a quick look at these. So this is Topspin's guns, and this is Twintwist's guns. As you can see, they are different molds. And they are this dark gunmetal gray coloration, so they do look really cool. Like I would imagine a gun like that would look. To transform them, though, what you want to do is pull the legs out a little bit, and then you pull this section back here. You just kind of wiggle it out. Disconnect these things, roll them back, and then you can move the arms out of the way. Then you take this section here, and it folds up and over. Well, okay, first off, you want to pull this piece here up, and then you can rotate the head around, collapse that back in, and then rotate this whole assembly back, and then you just, I like to put my thumb here, fingers here, and just give it a good push till it locks into place. Fold the legs down, fold down the feet, fold down the arms, and then you just push up on this, and this whole assembly comes up. Rotate this around and close it back up. Very simple, yet satisfying transformation here. Because they do look a lot like the original G1 alt modes, and they look really, really close to what they look like as the G1 toys. And then what I like to do here is you could just take these things and rotate them around, and that kind of forms this backpack. It's not a huge backpack, but it is a backpack. So there is that. And then for him, it's the same mold, just slight retooling, very slight retooling to be honest. Different canopy thing here, different wings, and he's got a different head. So, but other than that, the figure itself is the same. So it's the same transformation. So you just pull the legs down, pull these back, and these are just frictioned in there, little friction ports. So if that happens, it's not that big of a deal. So pull those out. Then you can pull the arms up and out, and then just pull this down. This flips up. Rotate the head around. And then this will collapse in, and then this whole assembly comes up, comes around, and it all just kind of locks into place. And just give it a good push, like so. Fold the legs down, rotate the feet down, pull the arms out, and then you just push up on this, rotate the hand around, collapse it in, lock it into place. I mean, seriously, if you guys have ever transformed anything in your life, you guys can figure this out. It's really not that hard. And then these will just fold up back here, like so. And then you can fold the wings out like this. So he still has a little bit of wings. And then just rotate these forward. You don't actually have to rotate those for transformation. They don't really have any set way. I just think they look better like this when he's in his vehicle mode. But they definitely look much better like this in robot mode. And as you see, he's got a different head. So they both have different heads there. So there you go. And yeah, they're really awesome little figures. And I don't really mean little, because they're big. Here, let me quick size comparison here with the Seeker mold. And they come up to he's actually the same height as Thundercracker, so they're deluxe scale to the Seeker molds. So of course, against other car Autobots. Let me grab one real quick. So here they are next to Sideswipe, and he's about a head taller. So I think they're perfect for classic scale. I mean, they were never. I believe they were just a little bit shorter than the regular Autobot cars in comics and stuff, but they never really made it in the show. So, or not never really made it in the show. They never were in the show. So, which was unfortunate because I really like the Wreckers. That's one of the few things outside of the cartoon that I'm actually collecting is the Wreckers set. So I'm still trying to track down a Whirl. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a toy hunt. I get paid tomorrow. So anyway, so for posability, head is on a ball joint. Gets a great range of mobility because of the way it's cut in the back. So up, down, left, right. It gets a little stuck if you just have it looking down and trying to look side to side because of the way the shoulders are. But if you lift it up just a tiny bit, then you get full motion. So there is that. Arms can swivel up and down. Due to transformation, they got a little in and out like this. They go in, out this way. Bicep swivel. He's got double bend elbow, so gets a good range of motion there. Hands are on swivels. Nothing at, oh no, he does have a waist. Yeah, so he does have a swivel waist. Gets a little hindered when you rotate it all the way around due to the transformation, but or to this little butt flap there. But he can go all the way around. So legs go up, down, in, out. Swivels at the thigh, bends at the elbow. Due to transformation, he does have a little bit of a bend this way, so he can kind of walk like, you know, cowboy type thing going on there. I know, it's stupid. But yeah, he gets a decent bend at the knee, not the best. Foot can go up, down. It does have a swivel on it that swivels the heel at the same time, so it does get a good range of motion there. So you know, you don't have to pose both the heel and the toe at the same time. They both move in unison. So, and he's got the same exact posability because they are in essential the same figure. And then for accessories, you know, they have the pistols, so he can hold both the pistols if you want, and he can hold a hammer if you want. And then the other hammer, you can just like slide back here, and it just kind of, it doesn't lock into place, but it just kind of holds. You can actually also take this and plug it into the forearm if you want. I mean, I don't ever do that. I just, either I have him holding both hammers, or I just kind of slot this back in there, so for like hammer storage. And then for this one, you can just take, there's the two little portholes that were on top of the vehicle, and just plug them in back there and for storage, and you can't really even see those now. So yeah, great set. He does come with an extra head, so it's just a ball joint. So if you just pop this off, and you can pop the new head on. Maybe. There you go. And it's all battle damaged. I'm not sure what it's referencing. I'm sure it's something in the comic books. But I'm not a huge fan of that head. It just came apart. Come on. I prefer this head here. I wonder if that one will come apart too. No, doesn't seem like it. And these were just friction together, so you can just plug them back together. Nothing a little dab of super glue would make permanent. So, no, but the other head works just fine. So, yeah, like I said, I have no care for that. And then, also by request, here are the armored battalion next to them. See how they stack up there. So there you go. See, aside from him, he is the tallest, and he's just about the same height. These guys are almost a head shorter than these two, but still kind of puts them in about the same size scale, because the Insecticons generally were the smaller of the two. And then also, here is Devastator. You see how they stack up there? They come about mid-shin to him. So yeah, I still, like I said in my original video, I still have a little bit of a gripe at the fact that this arm is really long, or both the arms are really long in comparison to the legs. I think either the arms could have been a little bit shorter, like they could have maybe made this piece collapse in, because as it is, it's really hard to see. Let me grab the blue one. But as it is, you can see how that's pretty long there. So if it would have been able to collapse in a little bit, it would have been a little bit better. But I mean, it's still nothing major. And if you actually kind of fold the arms up, it looks just fine. And he still retains an elbow bend there. So all depends on how you are. As far as plastic quality on these guys, they're easily in par with, in my opinion, you know, I'm sure other people have different opinions. I would say they're in par with Hexatron. And I think Mech Ideas is an offshoot of Mastermind Creations. I'm not positive on that. I've heard rumors of it, so don't quote me on that. Don't say, oh, well, John said that these guys are that. I don't know for sure. What I do know is that they are really, really good plastic quality, easily in par with Hexatron and Hasbro figures. Really solid build. They look great. And honestly, I cannot recommend these guys enough. They are absolutely some of the best third-party figures I own. Just because of not only the plastic quality, but also the cost. You know, at $35, I mean, that's a hell of a good deal. Let me see here. So this is the comic book version of Hinch, who you can see is shorter than they are. Even with the top of this, it comes up to their head, but his head comes up to just about right here where I put the Autobot logo. And he's about the same cost as either one of these guys. And you guys know the plastic quality on iGear figures, it's good, but it's not nearly what these guys are. And the Insecticons right there, they're, you know, that set was $150, so essentially $50 a piece. The original ones were about 50, I think 45 to 50. And they're smaller, a little bit bulkier, but they are smaller than Topspin and Twintwist. So my final thoughts are, I understand that, you know, some people have a particular collection they're going for, but honestly, there's really no reason not to pick these guys up. The cost is right, the plastic quality is good, and I don't get paid by these guys to say this. They are really good figures. I mean, just overall. So my original score for them is what I'm going to go with these guys. I will give these guys a 10 out of 10 for the set. Individually, again, 10 out of 10. But I mean, most places you have to buy them together, and which is weird because they're packaged individually. I don't understand why they would package them individually but sell them as a set. But I mean, if you're getting one, you might as well get both. 70, you know, if you're a collector like anybody else, you know, like me, you know, $70 for 2 deluxe figures, third-party figures, is not a price that you can be like, oh, whatever. You know, that's a, well, why not? That's a great price in comparison. I mean, yeah, the Devastator, they're a little bit bigger, but they're $100 a piece. I mean, that's $65 more for one of the combiner limbs. So, there you go. And even Unique Toys, their Predaking figures are in the deluxe scale, so they're about the same price or same size, and yet the Unique Toys ones are, you know, easily in the $60 to $90 range when they first came out. So, but yeah, Mech Ideas, Topspin, Twintwist, Apex, Gymnast, whatever you want to call them. Great figures. I really want to see more from this company.